All right, my dad was in the 20th Armored Division. This is the brand new U.S. Army Museum here at Fort Belvoir. Great big steely building. We are in the big new U.S. Museum of the United States Army in the foyer, or the big assembly hall. I like the battle streamers colors up on the roof ceiling. My father had the World War II ones we're looking at. Really interesting. Going chronological order from right to left. And then you have this big U.S. Army seal. That's pretty cool. And this great big wall describing all of the campaigns the U.S. Army was involved in. So let's go see what there is to see. And these are the galleries. Revolutionary War beginning over there. Interesting things up on the wall. An army mule. Very cool. And this is a private in the 1st Maryland Regiment. He's a lot skinnier than I was when I was doing Revolutionary War reenacting. The Army are the mere agents of civil power. Out of camp, they have no other authority than other citizens. George Washington. And it's a good thing. The American people control the Army. This is really an outstanding museum. All sorts of great stuff. Knapsacks, wool hose, militia knapsack, very cool. Here's the Civil War section. I am told that the faces on all of these figures are taken from the faces of actual soldiers in the Army. Same thing they do in the Marine Corps Museum. Very neat. I used to have all this stuff before I sold it and quit reenacting. Yeah? Shelter tents. Spent many an evening in a Civil War era shelter tent.
That looks
Carney Cross.
almost like
Look at this.
I was spellbound by the fact that
Got a
here I
glass
was
bridge.
actually going to war.
World War I section.
I was spellbound by the fact that here I was actually going
Be an
to war.
American Eagle.
What was before me?
World War II. This is the World War II gallery. Look at the planes. I used to do that in my bedroom when I was a kid. Suspend all my model planes from strings. Go take a look at this artillery piece. Ah, this museum is so cool. The Army did a great job. And it's only 9 minutes away from where I live. Wow. Army Air Forces. There's Colonel Hogan.
250,000 German and Italian soldiers surrendered. Then the Allies launched their invasion of Sicily in one of the largest amphibious landings in history. After driving out the Axis troops, U.S. and British armed forces invaded the Italian mainland at Salerno. Italy surrendered, but U.S. troops continued to meet fierce German resistance.
German MP-43 assault rifle. Wait a minute. Is that a real one? Where did they get all of these toy soldiers? This is a gallery combining the Korean War with Vietnam. Bien Bien Phu.
Or defeated, but is a doctor, I'm sure.
Here's the most chronologically recent gallery. Tear down the wall. This is the era I remember when I was a teen and when I was a boy. A Gipper.
It's therapeutic, and it's going to do what we signed up to do.
I think the Army's new doctrine was critical to the focus that we had. It also shaped the way that we planned our operations. So the very ready to put early the switch from the pivot, then convening the U.S. Army prepared for that.
In the deserts in the south, soldiers had to be mobile for support for combat missions. Despite the many challenges,
Early morning
the
raid.
military delivered a rapid response to the 9/11 attack, deposing the Taliban regime in a matter of weeks. As soldiers fought to restore stability in Afghanistan, the global war on terrorism would expand to
And a Honda.
Coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance.
Taliban motorcycle.
To wage war.
In the spring of 2003, the U.S. and its coalition
This is the Army and Society Gallery. Not necessarily chronological. Look at this. And then we've seen him on the internet in another context. This looks like Arlene Francis. But it's a soldier in the Army. And look at this, it's a full-scale Wright Flyer. I used to enjoy reading about the Wright brothers when I was in 4th grade, 3rd grade. Even went to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina to see the National Wright First Flight site. Like this case. G.I. Joe, Army Barbie. One more shot. Hardtack and Coffee, great book. Fightin' Army comic books. and an Oscar for Seeds of Destiny. There is a museum store. There is always a museum store. Hello. I like the green one.